name is Melanie. I'm in charge of communication on the BPF project and more largely on a larger project led by LuxDev about private sector engagement funds. And today I will be talking with Angeline, who is the manager of that fund, of the BPF, and will be giving you all the different details about the fund. Just to explain to you the way it will work, first I will do a short introduction, then Angeline will give a lot of more details about the BPF and give you some very concrete examples, and then we will have a Q&A session. So feel free during that session. So feel free during the whole webinar to ask any questions in the chat. I will try to answer them, and if they are too technical or if it's easier to explain that by speaking, we will be able to answer them at the end, at the session dedicated to Q&A at the end. If you want to put your camera on, you're welcome. It's maybe a little bit more, a little bit nicer for us to see you. If you don't want or cannot hide, it's fine. At the end for the Q&A session, you will be able to raise the hand, and we will open your mic at that moment. Okay, we will begin with an introduction. We will begin with a short video, motion design video presenting the BPF that just came out. So let's go for the small video.
For many European companies, developing countries offer unique opportunities that are still largely untapped. Dynamic markets where innovative and sustainable businesses can be tested and rolled out. But how can companies succeed in these markets while ensuring they have a positive impact on the environment and local populations?
Our answer is clear: by joining forces with local partners. These partnerships are mutually beneficial. They enable innovations to be adapted to the needs of the target market and technologies or know-how to be transferred between partners. And what about financing? Partners can count on the Business Partnership Facility, commonly known as BPF. Together, they submit an innovative and impactful business project to be implemented in a developing country. For example, it may aim to test a pilot project or deploy a new solution in that market. To be eligible, the project must be submitted by a company based in Luxembourg or the European Union for more than 3 years, employing at least 5 people in a partnership with a private or public entity registered in the country where the project is located. The BPF can co-finance up to 200,000 euros, covering a maximum of 50% of the total cost of the project. The Business Partnership Facility is an initiative of the Grand Duchy of Luxembourg that aims to strengthen the central role of the private sector in achieving the sustainable development goals in developing countries. Accelerate your partnerships to test your innovations, access new markets, and amplify your impact. Discover the Business Partnership Facility.
So that was for a short introduction. So I guess you understood that the BPF is a tool created by the Luxembourg's Development Corporation for the goal to mobilize the private sector. And Angeline and we work for LuxDev, who is implementing this BPF. We work for the Luxembourg Development Corporation agency. And as I told you as an introduction, we work on other funds that could be interesting for other countries. So as I guess you understood, the BPF is dedicated for Luxembourg and EU-based companies who have a project with countries with partners based in all developing countries, so countries that are on the ODA recipients list. So this is quite broad. We will come later a little bit more on that. Then we also have two other funds, the LuxEd Challenge Fund, who is for startups who already developed an innovative solution to have impact in a country. And it offers co-financing of up to 120,000 euros in LuxDev offices countries. So these are, we had open calls in Kosovo, in Benin, in Senegal and other countries in Sahel. We will soon have one in Costa Rica. So in that case, it's really the companies in those countries who will apply to the LuxEd Challenge Fund. And we also have the LuxEd Demonstration Fund, which is another fund dedicated to a little bit more mature companies who already have an impact in a country and would need some support to scale up these impact and have a broader impact. And so it's only in Kosovo, Rwanda, and Senegal. So that's the main elements. And now I will pass the floor to my colleague Angeline, who will explain to you in more detail the way the BPF work.
Yes, thank you very much, Melanie. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining today. I will now, speak in details about the BPF, who can apply, how does it work. So you may have understand from the video and the introduction that the part BPF support partnership between EU-based companies and local partners in developing or emerging economies. You need to have minimum two partners. Partner, lead partner, which is a company based in the EU, who have 2 years existence, demonstrate a turnover of minimum 500,000 over the last 2 years. It's also possible for companies that has a lower turnover to apply, but in that case, the amount of co-financing requested needs to be 3 times lower than your average turnover. To have 5 employees and to comply with the de minimis regulation, which is the rules for aids that are granted to European companies. If you want more detail about this, I encourage you to reach out to the Ministry of Economy of your own countries, or also ask your question directly to us. This lead partner, we call it the lead partner because it's the one that will sign a co-financing agreement with us that will apply on the platform. And that will also do the reporting to us of the project. If your project is selected, this partner will reach out to a local partner that has to be an entity. Actually, I just got my presentation is in French.
Okay, if you want, I can share it. If you want, I can just share it. Yeah, I think it will make a more.
Because I have it, but okay, it's opening here. I think it will make more sense for you. Yeah. Is the English one. Sorry about it. So you have to partner with an entity registered in a developing country or emerging economy. We will share the list after. And we don't have that many eligibility criteria. It just has to be an entity registered in the country where the project is implemented. Most of the time it's private companies, but it can also be like public entities, researchers, and NGOs, and so on. What we offer is a support of maximum 200,000 euros of co-financing. So it means that you have to co-finance at least 50% of the project on your side, whether it is in cash or in kind. And yeah, we also support to innovative and commercially viable projects. So it's important that you develop a project that generates revenue. Okay. That generates some revenue. And we can support with different maturity stage, feasibility study. This is the first step of maturity stage. But aims to develop products in the new markets. this innovation to a new market, products that aim to structure production. So yeah, kind of products that can, kind of projects that can fit into the BPF framework. And what we look for as a development cooperation agency is to see the impact of the project on the developing countries, so social and environmental impact. And I will maybe share a bit later of what we intend when we speak about impact. Which partnering countries are eligible for BPF co-financing? We have a very long list of eligible countries. All the countries eligible to development aid, according to the OECD, are eligible to BPF projects. So on our website, you'll be able to find the link to the whole list. This is just like a sample of projects that are eligible. And what is interesting is that you have, of course, countries where you that are least developed countries where you find a lot of developing aid usually given to those countries, but you can also choose some maybe upper middle income countries, such as Brazil, Kosovo, Indonesia. So also like emerging economies that can be also interesting for your businesses. We don't have any thematic area of impact in the BPF. So as long as you can contribute to the SDG, we welcome innovation from all sectors. For instance, you can contribute to decent work and economic growth by creating local employment, also by generating revenues for local population. Access to health. We have some projects in health, in clean energy, climate action and resilience. So yeah, please, the most important thing for us is to make sure that you identified a societal problem in the developing countries you want to implement your project, and that you demonstrate really clearly like how your solution is going to partly respond to that problem and what kind of measurable impact you'll be able to demonstrate for the project. Some key facts about the BPF. So we are currently launching the 14th edition. And the deadline to apply is the end of October. We supported already 50 projects since the beginning of the BPF, since 2016. And here you can see a sample of projects that of location of projects that we already co-finance. We have a lot in the Sahel, in Sub-Saharan Africa. You'll be able to access more projects and the details of the portfolio on our website. Don't hesitate to apply, even if we did not finance yet a project in your country. And if they are part of the list, they are totally eligible. And we have an annual budget of 1 million euro per year. The BPF, how the selection process works. We have this call for proposal open, and generally speaking, we have calls for proposal open twice a year. So if you are not ready for this call, you could still apply for the next one coming next year in March, and we have a deadline in April. It works with different stages. So the first stage is the concept notes. It means that it's the short form that you will have to fill online on our platform that we will show later. You need to explain what is your project, and you already need to involve at least to have at least 2 partners, the lead partner and the local partner involved that are ready to sign the proposal. Based on this concept note, we will conduct some eligibility checks, so make sure you comply with this eligibility criteria, otherwise we will not be able to process your application. And we will also evaluate your proposal on the BPF selection criteria that I will present later. If you are selected, you will be invited to submit a detailed proposal with a budget, a more detailed description of the project, a business case. For a company based in Luxembourg, you can benefit from the support of Luxinnovation to help you with the budget and the business case. You will have a bit of time to do that. You will have 3 months, around 3 months to work on this. Do take the opportunity for to use these 3 months to reflect on your proposal, because it's a long time, but at the same time, it's going very fast. So it's important that you take some time to reflect and work on the quality of the proposal. Once you submit this detailed proposal, you'll be invited for a pitch session in front of the BPF selection committee. And based on this pitch session and the detailed proposal, we will make the decision of final selection. And you will be notified, and we will start the negotiation for the contract signature. And once we are done with the negotiation, you will be able to start the implementation of the project. So you can see that it's quite a process that takes a bit of time between the moment you apply and the moment you will be able to start the project. You have to count at least 9-10 months. So do take that into account when you want to plan and communicate with your partners. Now we'll go through the selection criteria. There are 6 of them. The first one, we discussed about it, the innovation part and cost effectiveness has to be innovation in the local context. So you want to make it very clear, like how you differentiate yourself on what is currently existing on the market you're targeting. What are you bringing in terms of innovation? Is it products? Is it distribution? Are you targeting people that don't have access to this kind of innovation, and you find a way to make sure that they have access? So we also don't want to create market distortion. So we look closely at if there is other solution already present on these markets. I mentioned the societal impact, so no thematic, but you need to demonstrate measurable impact and also highlight a very existent societal problem that exists in the developing countries you're targeting, and develop a clear impact value chain to demonstrate concretely how your solution is going to tackle that problem and generate impact. We are also looking for a commercially viable solution. So we co-finance risky projects. So obviously, maybe you will not be able to reach financial viability in the next 2-3 years, but we expect the project to generate revenue. So that after the end of the co-financing period, the projects continue because it will be able to generate its own financing. We want to also see some additionality. We want to support projects that may have not existed or may have not been launched if they did not benefited from the support of the BPF. So you need to justify why you need a grant for this kind of projects. And we also closely look at the neutrality of the co-financing. So it means that I talked a bit about it, but it means that you will look also like if there are no other solutions already present on this market. The added value for all partners is called the business partnership facility. So obviously we want the partners that are involved to at least have the relevant expertise first for this project, and also that each partner is benefiting from this project. It can be benefiting from knowledge of transfer, for instance, or financial point of view. But we want to see that all partners are involved and benefiting from the project. And the final criteria that is a bit linked to the one before is the potential for technology know-how transfer. So we want to see some kind of know-how transfer from the lead partner to the local partner. It can also be a source of knowledge transfer, but we want to see that there are some exchanges. Now we'll quickly go through some examples. So to make it very concrete, you will be able to find more examples on our website that we will present later. But first, I mentioned that we can finance feasibility study. So here's an example of feasibility study that we already co-finance. This is an example from a partnership between a company based in Luxembourg, an architecture company called COCA, foundation based in the Netherlands, and a partner also in Ghana that is also in the field of provided sustainable materials. In Ghana, they partner together to study the possibility of upcycling the residual of cocoa products for the building sector in Ghana. So it was both a technical and commercial feasibility study. And for us, this kind of circular project economy are really interesting. The ultimate goal is to generate job and revenue generation in Ghana. So both has both like an environmental impact because there is a lot of material available that is not used, and also a market opportunity because a lot of construction opportunity also to strengthen the construction economy in Ghana. One other example is an example of testing a prototype on the market. And here we have the example of the company Ibiza. Ibiza was present in East Asia and was working mostly with agriculture, with farmers, to provide an insurance product for them to make sure that these insurance products will reduce the risk linked to climatic hazards. And then they partner with a network of breeders in Niger to test this prototype in West Africa, and to test this prototype of a new target and to explore this new market like West Africa. And even though they deployed to ensure already 100 breeders in Senegal and also in Ghana. So this was a way for them to use the BPF really to test a new pilot and to adapt their solution to a new market. One other example of testing a new solution in a new market. We partner with a company called ESFQA that is active in the field of quality assessment program for laboratories. And they partner with a company in Nigeria that is also in the same field of activities. And they partner together to develop quality assessment programs in Nigeria because it's not widely used, but it's super important for the quality of healthcare in general, of the quality of the analysis in laboratories. So they did a lot of training and awareness to these laboratories to make them aware. Also managed to increase significantly the quality of analysis of laboratories because they provided a lot of advices. So for us, it's a great impact on the better quality of health and on also education. And you see really here the knowledge of transfer between one partner in Europe and the other partner in Nigeria. And finally, I will finish with one last example on how you can leverage Kosovo's talents to bridge the Luxembourg finance skills gap. So we have this company, ELMA, that is active in the accountability for the fund here in Luxembourg. We have in Luxembourg this shortage of talents, and on the other side in Kosovo there are a lot of skilled people. And a lot of young people. It's a very young country, so the partners together took the opportunity to train these young people in the financial sector and hire them to make sure that they get the right skill, learn to use the solution developed by ELMA. And it's really important for us because it's allowed to create jobs in Kosovo and at the same time targeting the markets in financial places like Luxembourg, but also other places in Europe that can be interesting by those kind of talents. How to apply? I will now leave the floor, I think, to Melanie to visit our website and the different pages that may interest you in the process of applying.
Thanks a lot. I guess you can see my screen. I just went on the website, on our the website dedicated to the fund. So you will find information about the BPF and on the other funds if you need to want some more info. So when you go on the website of the webinar of the BPF, you can see here that you can go on a specific page. So here you have all general information, and you even have like an example of supported projects. I think this could be really interesting for you, because here you can see all inspiring examples that could be good for you to check. You can also find those very concrete examples in this part here called portfolio. If you select business partnership facility, you will find we don't have all the projects, but we have part of the main ones, and so it could be good for you to check that and see if it could give you some ideas. So back to the BPF. If you click here, you come on the specific page dedicated to this call. If you click here, you go on the online platform that Angeline will present you later. But then here you can find like the list of all the developing countries. You can find very large question. What are the targeted sectors and other questions? You have a precise and accurate presentation of the selection process here. And you could find here the practical guide that will give you all the details about that you find on that page. And if you want to work offline, you can have here all the different elements you need to know about this open call. You can also upload this application form, which is a PDF document. So the process should be done online on the dedicated platform. But if you want to work offline to get ready before you apply online, you can find all the questions here. Here you will have the replay of this webinar that will come here next week, as well as the slides of this webinar. And here we have a quite extensive FAQ with more than 50 questions. So feel free to check that. I think it could be interesting for you to answer all your different questions. That's it on my side. I will pass it over to Angeline to present to you the
Yes. Thank you very much, Melanie. And yeah, I will briefly go through the platform, because we want also to leave some time for the questions that you may have. So if you click on the link that is on the website that Melanie showed you, you will access directly to the platform. And you will find the formula application for BPF 2025 too. So you need to click on start application. Make sure it's the right form, by the way. But normally it's the only form that you will find at the time of the year. So you first need to name your project. So let's say I have a project in Kosovo. So I can say like the name of my project is Innovative Project in Kosovo. Then I have a part that is the eligibility check. So make sure you comply with the eligibility criteria that I mentioned. And if you are not sure, you will still like find here like all the conditions of eligibility. Take some time to comply with them, because otherwise we will waste a bit of time filling the form. If you are not eligible, we'll not be able to process the application. So I think I will not read every boxes. It's eligibility criteria that I mentioned later. Make sure you have partners, local partners already involved, that all the partners are already committed and submit the proposal together. You need to also commit it for human wide resources, nothing very innovative, just normal normal things when you want to receive some public aid grants. So you need to click here on check eligibility, and then you will receive a confirmation that your application is eligible according to your own declaration. Obviously, we will do some checks. And then you will be able to access the content itself of the form. So first thing, you have to fill the information for the partners. So for the lead partners, very basic information: what is the name of your enterprise, your business sector, what is your turnover? This is super important for the EUG criteria. When did you register as an enterprise? Just some basic information on your address, your contact person. It's the same for the local partner. You can indicate like what type of organization you are, the local partner. Indicate your website, address, contact, and so on. You can add up to 2 additional partners. So if you don't have, you can click no, but if you want to add one, you can add it here. It can be associated partners, so other companies based in the EU or also NGOs are welcome to apply as associated partners. You can also add another local partner. If you have a partner, for instance, in a different country, if you have a project happening in 2 countries, you can have another local partner, or if you are working with 2 organizations in the same country, you can also add a local partner here. But if you don't have, you just put no. And then we will ask you to provide some details on the partnership, because we really want to understand like relationships, the background, what is the current status of your discussion. It's okay to support. We support obviously new partnership, but also older partnership. But we just want to understand clearly, like how come you want to work together? What are the synergies you identified, and what would be the role of and interest of each partner within the project? And finally, the most consistent part is the project description. So again, indicate the project title, what is your main impact objective, what are the targets, SDGs, what is the maturity of the project, how much you request from the BPF, what is the total amount of your project. And then we ask you to provide like a summary, and also in different steps, like first the problem you want to try to solve in the developing country, what innovative solution you're bringing, what market and business model you're targeting, what is the planned investment and activities you will do in the project, what is the potential for technology and transfer and know-how, what is the impact and the additionality of the BPF co-financing. On the right, you will have some guidance to help you fill the form. It's meant for us to be easy to evaluate your application based on the BPF selection criteria. So make sure you take the time to answer the question and to also explain clearly what is your project idea. Here are some attachments that are necessary for us to evaluate your eligibility. So first, we'll need to have the company business registration certificate from the lead partner. We'll also need to have a document from the lead partner demonstrating the existence of at least 5. And we'll also receive the financial statement for the last 3 years to check your eligibility. And to make sure that all partners are committed to the project, we'll ask them to sign a joint commitment. There is a template that you can access through this link and that you can upload here. And of course, you are welcome to add any other documents like CSR report, human rights policy, code of conduct that you think might be useful for us to read and to review to assess your proposal. I will stop here. And probably it's time now for the Q&A session.